It's very glad to meet you on a Sunday morning for this wonderful session from our HPL chair, distinguished Toastmaster Ashok. Now, for today's agenda, we would like to start with our trio address and followed by the session from our trainer. First, I'd like to call our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. So to introduce her, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri is a technical project manager, a professional and public speaker by passion. She loves technology and holds a post-graduation on artificial intelligence and machine learning. For the last 10 years, she has been associated with Toastmasters and has done several roles from her club and then also from the district. And she has done all the roles in trio. And then she has launched many innovative initiatives such as Buddy Club Program, Outstanding VP, and Rockstar Recognition are some of the successful initiatives from her end. And she has been a club sponsor, club mentor for several clubs, and she has made her area and division a president distinguished during her leadership term. And now let's welcome our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. Over to you.
Good morning to the members or the leaders of District 120. I am very happy to see you all being part of this initiative. I often say that I discovered the leadership skills in me after I joined Toastmasters. It's not that we don't become a leader or we don't have any leadership skills before joining Toastmasters. But Toastmasters gives us a conscious way of working on our leadership skills. For example, something as simple as persevering and then ensuring that a task is done is a leadership task. Many times when we see an obstacle or when we see obstacle after obstacle, we give up. And that is a common trait that we do in any aspect of our life. But when we become a leader, for example, something as simple as completing a project, it requires that we have to ensure that the project is done. Only when the project deadline pops up, your team member's wife will fall sick, kid will have school admission, the team member himself or herself will have an emergency. Now, how do we handle? Do we just go back to the senior management and say, hey, you know what, there was an unavoidable emergency and we couldn't do it? Or do we try everything before we say that? Trying everything, for example, involves speaking with the person and seeing if they can be available for a few hours, speaking with all other team members to see if they can be part of it. More importantly, you being there for them all through the journey so that they have the assurance that if something goes wrong, there is a leader to rely upon. All these are very simple aspects, but being part of Toastmaster, you innately learn that. That is how when you start as a VP, you go bang all the doors before someone accepts to be the backup speaker. The speaker backs out in the last minute. What do? Do you cancel the meeting? Most of the times we don't. We see what is the other alternative and pursue. So for me, today, when I reflect back, most of the project management work that I do was actually learned from Toastmaster without my consciousness. How I manage a project, how I speak with someone. In Toastmaster, I have to convince people to do the work or sign up for a role. In my real office, I have to convince people to not resign. When they have an offer that has about 30-40% hike in their hand, it is my job to make them understand that our job here is much better than that. I cannot lie to them. I have to make them see something beyond just the offer that they have in their hand. It is very similar. The skills are very similar. But when we consciously do, I think we reap benefits multifold. I think this initiative is going to help us become more conscious leaders. And I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to understand the skills we have, polish the rough edges, and become a better leader. And this is definitely one initiative or one project that I can assure that immaterial of whether your project is a success or a failure, you would have become a leader who can definitely grow at least 1 or 2 steps in your profession right away after you finish the project that you take it up. Because whatever you do, there is definitely a learning. And we will help you to ensure it becomes a success. But even if it doesn't succeed, the learning is definitely there. So I'm very happy to see enthusiastic Toastmasters being part of it. I'm sure more people will join us all through the year. We have time. More people will keep joining us in this journey. And people who get groomed will stand true to the tagline of Toastmasters, where leaders are made. So you're all going to become better leaders by you. I'm saying who all sign up. If I sign up, definitely I'll also become a better leader. But this year, maybe no, next year, definitely I will be part of this to take up a project and see how best we are able to give in that project. It's an interesting journey. I welcome you all again to this wonderful initiative. Back to the TLHI.
Thank you. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri, for your address. Now let's hear from our Program Quality Director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohan Krishnan. Distinguished Toastmaster Mohan Krishnan is an engineering graduate having 15 years of experience in software industry, currently working as a principal product manager in Gen Digital. A passionate public speaker and avid traveler who has traveled across 20 countries. And he is a proud creator of the membership dues for all the club members across the globe. And he has served as the conference chair for the annual conference of Division I Illuminate 2018, served as at different levels in the area and district. And he was our immediate past club pro director and currently serving as the program quality director of District 120. Let's welcome our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohan Krishnan. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul, our TLI chair, and good morning and happy Sunday to all the leaders of District 120. Thank you so much for taking the time on the Sunday morning to be here. It shows the interest of why we all want to be high-performing leaders, and it's a need of an hour, right? So there's a lot of things that we're going to learn, including me. I've done HPL, I've done DTM, but still, when an experienced trainer like DTM Ashok is going to be here sharing his knowledge of what has worked, what are the recommendations and everything, I think it's something that we all have to learn, because we are not just going to stop with one HPL or one DTM. There's more to do. There's more to share. So that's the reason, I definitely look forward to the session. One thing that TA, if you've ever opened up the HPL project documentation, even though you're planning to do on all those, the first line on what the project defines is leadership can be defined as the ability to inspire, guide, and then build an environment where a vision are developed and support, of course, a team. Because when we do a project like HPL or DTM, there's going to be a team that is involved, be it a guidance committee or the team members that are going to work on the project. I think that's when our goals are met, and that's when TA defines us as a leader. So how exciting is that, right? So there's very minute difference. In fact, I would even put that out, say there's no difference between HPL and DTM. To be very honest, there's only a thin line how we do things differently. It's definitely excitement. A couple of requests is everything that you're going to learn here, to all the members here, everything that you're going to learn, please take it back to your club. I would not be, unhappy if you're going to take your mobile and text your club member saying, "Hi, I'm in this HPL session. You also join." I'll be very happy to see more faces here. But one thing is, please give it a try as and when you progress into your pathways, when you go into your level 3, level 4, level 5, make sure you attempt this HPL project. There is definitely a lot of learnings, and we always keep saying that something, it could be your office project as well, not necessarily a Toastmasters project. End of the day, everything that you learn here in a HPL or a DTM, take it back to your work or whatever you do apart from Toastmasters. That's the thing that I personally call as success. And the projects that you do, TA definitely approves a lot of things, but end of the day, you should have a satisfaction of, okay, I am a high performance leader. I did this project. That's exactly what I would personally think, we all have to do for a high performance leadership project in Toastmasters. So definitely looking forward to learn a lot of things in the session. And one of the requests I'll always is, if possible, you're in a position to come on video, please come on video. The trainer and all of us would love to see your faces. Yeah, so thank you so much. Back to you, TLA Chair, Toastmaster Abdul.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohan, for your address. Now it's time to hear from our trainer for the day, the distinguished Toastmaster Ashok Kumar. Distinguished Toastmaster Ashok Kumar has been a Toastmaster for more than 10 years. and he has completed his Distinguished Toastmaster Award in July 2019 in Traditional Path and May 2021 in Pathways. He has served at various positions in club level, and he has received District Director's Special Award in the year 2018-2019. And he is the sponsor and the past president of Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club. He is a blogger where he loves to share his knowledge, whatever he learned from Toastmasters. And coming to his credentials and his education, he has earned BE honors from Government College GCT Coimbatore and MTech from IIT Kharagpur. He has 30 plus years of cumulative experience in defense systems, DRDO, and IT industry in HCL technologies. Outside Toastmasters, his interests include singing and traveling, and I don't recommend to hear his YouTube video on singing because you will get addicted to his voice. Without any further ado, I'd like to hand over to our trainer for the day, Distinguished Toastmaster Ashok. Over to you.
Thank you, TLA Chair Toastmaster Abdul, for the nice introduction, especially the last line that you added. That was outside my text. Thank you for adding that. Good morning, TLA Chair, District Trio, and all the members who have joined on a Sunday morning to learn about Toastmasters or Pathways view of high performance leader and how you can do projects. I will share, I will give a brief introduction about the HPL initiative of our district. I would like to thank District Director DTM Gayatri for asking me to take up this initiative. I really liked it and immediately I accepted it. I have not done HPL project in Pathways. I have done HPL project in the traditional program, but I have learned about the HPL project in Pathways. I have done Distinguished Toastmaster project, DTM project in Pathways. The difference between HPL and DTM project, probably I will cover at a later point. If I forget also, please ask me to remind. Let me, I will introduce the initiative details and what HPL project is about and what are the other projects, team projects or leadership projects in Pathways. HPL is not the only project that is available. There are many other projects in level 4. Some projects are available apart from HPL in level 5 also. So I'll be covering what those projects are and what you need to do to complete the project. Okay, these are all guidelines, and as DTM Mohankrishnan said, the outcome can be different, the complexity can be different, but at the end of it, if you want to get the satisfaction, probably you have to do something bigger for a longer period. That is recommended, but then you are absolutely free to do the way you want based on your current capability and bandwidth. Okay. I'm about to go into the PowerPoint mode. Can you someone confirm that you are able to see my slide?
Yes, sir. We can.
Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. So the agenda is, as I said, there will be a brief introduction of HPL guidance initiative, definition of high performance leader, which our PQD touched upon. Then HPL project, what is the purpose, overview, deliverables required from this project, and some sample project ideas also will share. Apart from that, small project in Pathways at level 4 and awards. So it's not that you will complete these projects and be without any other bonus or something. Our district has come up with high performance leader and emerging leader awards for those who are completing these projects. Okay. The purpose of this initiative is to groom leaders by helping them complete a leadership project in Pathways or any other. There are two options, as I said. Members who have completed level 3 and beyond can do a high performance leadership project. Others or any member can choose a small project, sorry for the typo, small projects in pathways and complete those projects. There will be 3 bootcamp sessions. This is the first one. Then we will have another bootcamp during mid-January to review or add more members also. And mid-April also, we will have a completion kind of HPL bootcamp session where we can get to know about the results from different members who are going and doing these projects. Project can be completed and started and completed anytime from now to April. Anyone who is doing outside, if already they have started the project also, they can register for HPL initiative and then complete the project much before April also. The team will help members. For example, you don't know what kind of projects you can do, or you don't have guidance committee members. We will be there to help you, suggest you some ideas, or also provide you guidance committee members. Some senior members have already volunteered to be the guidance committee members. We will be having more people also for the guidance committee team. It will be very helpful. You will learn a lot about leadership and the ideas, visioning, all that. Okay. Now, whenever we say leader, different things come to our mind. Can anyone unmute and share who is a high performance leader? I cannot see the chats, I think, but if you can unmute and say something.
A person who takes role model and being a role model and leading the team.
Good, good. Any other thought?
A person who has a vision and drives the team towards the vision is a leader.
Yes, right.
A high performance leader can be someone who can be in all directions, behind you to push you, before you to lead you, or on the side of you to move along with you.
Oh, that's really fantastic. Thank you. Well, now, these are all the different qualities which you have already touched upon. Vision and planning, setting and achieving goals, inspiration, motivation, participation, contribution, all that, and guidance and support. Yet leaders should be able to guide and provide support to the team members. This is the exact definition that is available in Pathways HPL project. Leadership can be defined as the ability to inspire and guide, build an environment where visions are developed, and support a team while goals are met. A leader who fills that definition and does it in a way that motivates others to participate and contribute is a high performance leader. This is what it is about high performance leader. Now, what is a HPL? What is HPL project? Okay, it's a level 5 project in Pathways. Especially if you have taken effective coaching or innovative planning or persuasive influence, it's a mandatory project in your path. Which means after completing level 4, if you start, it will take a lot of time. If you are opted for any of these paths, start your journey right now. And for all other paths, it's available as an elective path in elective project in level 5. Projects need to be of reasonable complexity because it is a level 5 project, and the term high performance leader itself is really glorifying, right? So better to have something of good quality, I mean, good complexity. You can do it in Toastmasters or in your office or in your community. Any kind of projects. We'll talk about the kind of projects that you can do in these environments. you need to have a minimum of 3 more members in the project. You are the lead or you are the leader and you have 3 more members. And you need to have a guidance committee. Minimum of 2 members are required. Of that, one person should be a Toastmaster. If you are doing in Toastmasters, it's better that both are Toastmasters because they will understand it. Even if in case you are doing it in the office or community, one person needs to be a Toastmaster to provide you guidance with respect to the project requirements. The other person can provide you guidance with respect to the office or community requirement. Okay. So one should be a Toastmaster, 2 minimum members, and the other member can be a boss, associate, or friend. This is about HPL project in a very high level. Now, what is the purpose? Apply your leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement your plan with the help of a team. This is what is called for as a purpose. Then what you need to do is you need to select a project, as I said, with team member, 3 other members, guidance committee. You need to meet at least 5 times during the course of this project. That itself tells you what is the kind of complexity that you can take. You are free to meet on a weekly basis also. That way in about 5 weeks, you can complete the project. But then if you are planning to meet once in a month or once in fortnight and all, the project duration may vary. You need to deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech where you share your vision and plan. At the end of the project, after completing everything, you need to deliver a second 5 to 7 minute speech to share your experience. The recommended timeline is 4 to 6 months. That is not mentioned in the HPL project. That is my own, or generally many people feel that that will be of a reasonable complexity. Okay. At this point, if you have any questions, let me know.
Can you go back to the previous slide of guidance committee?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So in HPL, when you do this project, there are some deliverables. Initially, when you do your selection of project, you need to have a vision plan. There is a document by name vision plan, which you can use. If you are intending to do the high performance leadership project, I strongly recommend that you go to the Bootcamp, activate the project, launch the project, and then download the project manual for your reference. You can go through the project manual in the, in the application itself, Bootcamp itself, by going through one by one, slide by slide, all that, but download it for your own reference now and then. Just keep it in one folder separately. There are many other, all these documents are available. Vision plan, project plan overview, project plan, event planning worksheet, all that. Download all of them, keep it with you. So initially you have to do all these things. And at the end of it, you also need to do evaluations. For each speech, you will get the normal evaluation. Apart from that, you need to have 360-degree evaluation, which means from guidance committee member, you need to get the feedback. From your team members, you have to get the feedback. If it involves anything to do with the club level activity, you also can get feedback from your club president or VPE, depending on which kind of project you are doing as part of the HPL. Get feedback from the executive committee members or any other peer member. Apart from that, you also do the self-evaluation for the project or for your skills, all that. You need to have at least one evaluation, the 360-degree evaluation of the feedback that is called. You need to get it at least from one member for completing this project. Now, let me go into some of the project ideas that we can have. In Toastmasters, you can go on improving any aspect of your club. For example, meeting quality. Sometimes you may feel that, oh, the meeting in our club is not of good quality. You have a vision of what is a good quality meeting, right? You define those parameters. Either it could be like awesome speeches or very effective evaluations, wonderful and interesting table topics, and all the speakers talk very nicely, impromptu. These kind of desires or vision you may have about the club quality. Or you may think, okay, we need to have a fantastic newsletter for our club. You can get into such ideas. Then member engagement. Sometimes you may feel, oh, our members are not engaged. Even if I put something in the WhatsApp group, nobody responds. Things like that. But the moment you take it as a project, you need to clearly define. Probably quantitatively, if you define, it will become very clear. For example, if you start giving some kind of ratings for the speeches or evaluations or whatever, you can develop a plan where you say that current status is like this, and at the end of this project, I want to achieve this. So that is how you need to develop a vision and the plan. Membership campaigns you can do, or you can create a website for your club. These are some of the projects at the club level. And then beyond the club level, you can promote district events in an area or division. You can organize a division contest or district conference. You can charter a new club. These are some of the good ideas which you can take up. These will involve a lot of efforts, and you will be able to learn and demonstrate several leadership skills. In the office environment, you can have projects related to process or productivity improvements. Here, of course, if you are not already in a leadership position, probably you need to check with your management and ask them, okay, this is something I feel we can do for our company. Can I go ahead? There you need some approvals. Maybe you may need some resources. If other team members are helping you, you need to get those approvals, all that. Okay. But still, depending on your company's environment, you will be able to take up such projects. Even when you are doing a project at the club level, it's better to take approval from the XCOM team, so that when you are reaching out to the members, it will be clear to everyone that you are working on that project. At the community level, there are some projects ideas here. Imparting life or soft skills to underprivileged people, children, students, whoever it is. You can take up some project. Look around your area. If any NGO is there, tie up with them, do some projects of that kind. Or you can organize events for walkers, runners, cyclists, or even singers, writers, speakers outside Toastmasters. And you can also take a community cleaning project. These are all some of the ideas. For example, in our apartment, years back, I implemented a community composting project, whereby we are disposing of organic waste, kitchen waste in a responsible way, and it doesn't go to the landfill. That kind of projects you can do as part of the HPL project. At this point, probably I'll just listen. I would like to listen from others if you have any other ideas. Based on these ideas, does it trigger any other ideas for you? Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ashok,
Yeah.
just one point. Currently, as part of innovative planning at level 5, I'm doing a learning and development project for my department. which we are just doing it. In fact, started 2-3 months before. And first launch, we did it on last month, September 9th, where we conducted a training session across globally for 25 team members, and which was very, very much appreciated. And that's one point to add. Not on the process, that's on learning and development, how our end-to-end we can change ourselves in a different way. So that's a small project which we tried doing process. Other than process, how mentally we can prepare for the future. So those things are also included.
Okay, that's a good idea. In fact, if you think it's a small project, what you can also do is you can implement in other departments. If you have implemented in one department, you can take it up to other department, or if you have covered only some number of people, you can make it to, you can reach 2x, 3x kind of numbers, and then increase the complexity or increase the spread or increase the impact outcome. Yeah, that's a good thought. That's a good idea. Thank you. Any others?
Hi, DDM Ashok. This is Venkateshan from Medley.
Hi.
So, organizing these events like walkers, runners, is there any specific roles like we need to do, or we can be part of subcommittees, or we can head some committee within the organizing team, or should I be the chair or head of the entire organizing event?
Yeah. See, this project is about high performance leader. As a leader, you need to have a team. There should be other members, and you should be the leader. You cannot be a committee member where you are contributing or doing only a small part of the overall project. You need to be the leader driving the project, and you should have that vision, and you should be guiding others, all that. So this is an example. You can think of something else also. Yeah. Yeah, but answer is you need to be the leader of that project. You have the vision. It's your project.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Any other questions? Oh. Let me now move on to the other projects in pathways. I call them small projects. They may not be really small. It could be medium complexity also. Less complexity projects with scope to lead. You need to have at least one or more team members. If you don't have a team member, then it becomes individual contributor role, and you are doing a project for yourself. Okay? So you need to have at least one more member to whom you may delegate some work, and then you lead the project. These are some of the examples of level 4 projects which are there in pathways. Manage projects successfully, manage change, motivate others, leading your team, or team building, I think, is in level 5. These are some of the projects which are not like high performance leadership project. You can do this within 2 to 3 months also, depending on your aspiration and ambition. Some examples: you can organize milestone meetings or area contests. Up to area contests, the probably club contests or area contests, up to that, probably the complexity is less. As you go beyond the area, probably the complexity may be higher. That's why I'm suggesting area contest under level 4 project. And publishing club newsletter, again, depending on the kind of club newsletter you want to have. If you want to have really grand, really big, inviting many articles from across the district and the like, then you can call it level 5 project, or you can do it as a level 4 project. In these projects, all these level 4 projects and all, you do not need a guidance committee. That's a big difference between HPL project and these small projects or other projects, I would say. Even in DTM project, you don't need a guidance committee. That is a major difference. Yeah. So you need not go search for guidance committee when you are doing any of these projects, but you need to have a team. Okay. Now, District 120 Hall of Fame Awards has mentioned High Performance Leader Award. Anyone who is doing the HPL project, they need to register by 31st December and they have to complete the project by 30th April. This is the requirement. Those who are completing these requirements, they will be awarded High Performance Leader. And the other Emerging Leader Award, right now it's not mentioned in Hall of Fame Award, but those, the submission will be from the same place. Based on the complexity, we'll suggest that you can do it as a HPL project or the other project. Others will be given the Emerging Leader Award during the final event. Okay. And the submission right now, it's not available. It will be added to the district awards submissions page. These are all the things that I wanted to cover for today. And now we can go for Q&A as well as discussions on different ideas. Whatever question you have, feel free to ask questions.
I have a question, DTM Ashok.
Yeah.
Like, will Speechcraft comes under HPL?
Okay. See, Speechcraft is a different program altogether. That involves, if you are the coordinator, definitely that involves you need to exercise a lot of leadership skills. You need to coordinate, do all that. But then personally, what I feel is for a single contribution, we should not be getting multiple recognitions or this one. Because for Speechcraft, you get an award called Speechcraft Coordinator Award. And that is also a requirement, one of the requirements for becoming a distinguished Toastmaster. There are several requirements. Speechcraft is also one of them. So my suggestion is not to do that under HPL project. But if you are doing multiple Speechcraft, for example, you have already done one Speechcraft, you want to do one more, probably for that you can go on, do it under HPL project. This is my view. Of course, this is subjective.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Mohan, you want to add anything to that?
Definitely, Ashok sir. I mean, I'm with whatever you said. It has a credit already. So I personally, see, TA will say okay, but I personally will not do that. And moreover, just like Ashok sir said, in case you're doing, let's say I'm planning for 5 Speechcrafts. Remember Ashok sir mentioned about having a vision, which means there should be a vision saying it has a 2 speeches, a pre-speech and a post-speech, which means your vision should be that I'm going to do 5 Speechcrafts or 3 Speechcrafts. It should not be like I've already completed one, let me do 2 more, so I'll do my HPL. No. And this is also a general message, right? I've heard people members saying that I've finished my project and then I'm delivering my 2 speeches. No, strictly no. So that's something that I want to call out. Probably, yeah.
Thanks, Mohan, for sharing that. And another thing is, for example, if you are the club president or the vice president education, VPM and all, there are some regular duties that you need to do. But when you go beyond that, for example, if you are a VP, you are organizing meeting every week, getting the role plays, all that. But if you want to go beyond that and then improve the club quality, meeting quality and all, as I said, you can have the education committee formed in your club with some members, and the guidance committee, maybe your president or area director or division director or anyone for that matter. And you can do that as a HPL project. Here you have a vision. Everyone has a vision. Like we want to be part of a great quality meetings. We want our club. Everyone should be the world champion of public speaking. Everyone should deliver humorous speeches. Everyone should be a great impromptu. We all have that vision or desire, simple daydream. But then if you put that as a vision document and then share your plan with the members and do it in a formal way, then that becomes a HPL project or a level 4 projects. So it need not be like, we cannot be innovating here for project ideas. We cannot do research and development or kind of a thing, right? Even if, for example, you can implement best practices across the clubs in a particular area. You can take that as a lead. For example, in your area, some other club may be doing some best practice. You can take that and try to implement in all other clubs. For this to be done, probably you need to get the approval from the area director or the support from other club presidents or ESCOM. This is another project. You attend a club meeting outside your club, and then there is something, okay, there is a joke master role or a master evaluator role or something else. You see that, oh, why not have it in our club or in many clubs across our area or division? Similarly, the mentor-mentee relationship or bonding, that effectiveness can be improved in your club or in your clubs in the area. You can drive more people to become pathways mentors, or you can, improve the member experience or engagement. Probably you decide to create a flyer for birthdays throughout the year for all the members. And if the members achieve something in their professional or personal life, create a flyer and share it with people. They will feel more engaged. Similarly, promotions in their company or becoming single to married person and then becoming a parent, any such thing. See, finally, in the club, if the bonding is better, everyone will feel great about being a member, and they may not leave the club or Toastmasters for a long time. So these are all the different things that you can do. Only thing is, define the vision, preferably supported by some quantitative measures. That way it will be great. Unless that cannot be measured quantitatively, you can give a qualitative thing also. For example, introducing a process for L&D department may or may not have a quantitative measure. It is a qualitative. Maybe a document at the end of it could be the outcome. Yeah.
DTM Ashok, one more clarification. Sorry.
Yeah.
The date of registration for all of them award, you said 31st December. And currently, if I'm already doing a project in, I'd say 75% is completed, can I still register for that award?
Yes, you can still do it. You can register. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All those who are doing the projects can register. Registering with the HPL initiative is not a mandatory thing. If you are doing some project and you are not keen on getting into this initiative, that is fine. But then by registering into HPL initiative, you are also letting others know that these are the kind of projects. Over time, as part of our initiative, we can say these are all the kind of projects. Just like I shared some of the project ideas, we can have even more bigger list of ideas that can be done as HPL project or small other projects and all. So that is also the byproduct of this initiative. As part of this initiative, when I started discussing with some people, I got to know more ideas. For example, Aswati Rajan is doing, has done a project of imparting soft skills to the underprivileged people. So the moment I came to know about it, okay, this can be implemented in many other, in your area, wherever it is. Okay. This project manual of HPL is 50 pages. It has wealth of information. That is why I recommend you to download that project manual. It also talks about altruistic leadership. What are all the things that are required in a Toastmasters kind of environment, where you are not expecting any monetary benefits. You are doing it as a pure service. Most of the projects that we are talking about are about servant leadership only. We are not expecting anything out of it. Unless you are doing something in your company, probably that will help you in your career growth. Yeah. So that way, any kind of project, as long as you have a grand vision, go ahead and do it. Register for it. The link is not yet available. It will be made available soon.
So I have one question, Ashok sir.
Yeah.
So the project completion, HPL project completion, does that depend on my project's success? For example, I aim to start a club. Chartering a club is one of the examples which you have shown. I form a committee. I have my set of team members. I get a guidance, mentors, everything. I work for the past 2-3 months. But something that is not in my control happens, and I was unable to start a club. Still, can I give the closing speech that I have worked with this and mark that project as complete, or do I need to make it success for me to complete the HPL project? That's
This is a fantastic question, Abdul. Thanks for asking. When you do HPL project in pathways or even in the traditional program, the outcome need not always be a success. It can be that you didn't meet the objective. The whole purpose of this project is to develop the skills and engage people and then try your best. At the end of it, if you are not able to meet the objective or meet the original vision, it is still okay. It's still okay. We are talking about Toastmasters being the laboratory. It's a place where you can fail and still be successful later on. As someone said, failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the success. So you are, I mean, if you don't achieve the outcome, it's still okay. You can go ahead and complete the project. As part of your second speech, you can say that what are all the efforts you have put in to achieve that object. And probably if you introspect, you can also share things that went wrong or your initial estimates were not correct. What went wrong, you can introspect and share that experience with the club members. In fact, that can be helpful for someone else when they want to start a new club or they want to do a similar thing. Apart from that, there is another project called Lessons Learned project. If you've done this, you can also do another project where lessons learned. Of course, in this also, that is part of it. You can do it as another project also, lessons learned, where you involve all the stakeholders and do a discussion, make a presentation to them. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say that I encourage you all to do projects where you will definitely fail. Because nowhere in the world you will have an opportunity to look up to projects that are risky, that are not going to happen. Take up something very challenging. In a sense, I mean, what I'm saying is take up something where you think success rate is very, very difficult. And then give your best and see how you can make it a success. So that even if you fail or succeed, the lessons learned is good. And when you fail or when things don't go in the right way, you will see that there are more helping hands coming into picture. So that is why we have a chair, Ashok, and Ashok has taken a lot of senior members to be part of the team. So if you see that something is not happening, say, like you said, you plan to charter a club and suddenly the CEO or the head of the organization decides, no, we don't want to include this in this current budget. You can give up, or you can try once more, asking someone else to go and have a conversation. One more last conversation. Many a times things have turned 180 degrees or 360 degrees around and it has gone in a very different way. What is the worst thing that can happen? You may not meet your objective, which is perfectly fine. And you will learn more lessons for your real life situation. So I would say when you look for a HPL project, don't aim for something very small where you really do check and you finish. That is a normal experience you can do everywhere. Try out something that you have never tried. If you're not a PR person, do a PR campaign for your club. If you're not a salesperson, look for adding members. If you're not a person who will not do everything on a regular basis, do something to improve the quality and have a quantitative result for everything. So I would say go for risky projects. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's okay. It is your HPL project is still done.
Thanks, Gayatri, for sharing your thoughts.
Thank
Just
you.
want to add to it, Ashok and everyone. Just like Ashok and Gayatri mentioned, right? We will put out a team. Ashok is working on. The reason he's saying we'll have to register is we'll know a list of projects that this all can be done. But we want you to think above and beyond, go beyond and think something else. So we discover what else can be done, and we might have passed in it, failed in it, but we don't want you to get influenced by what me, Ashok, or Gayatri have already done. You never know, you could do something better than what we did, right? So go for it. Yeah, that's it.
And now, as I said in the beginning, let me share the difference between HPL project and DTM project. HPL project is a pathways project. It is available in all the 11 paths, either as mandatory project or as an elective project. But DTM project is not part of any of the paths. It's outside the paths, outside 11 paths. If you want to become a distinguished Toastmaster, there are some requirements like you need to complete 2 paths. You should have been a club officer for 2 terms, and you should have been a district leader for 1 term, 1 year, and then a speechcraft coordinator or YLP coordinator, club mentor, sponsor or coach, and the like. Apart from all those things, you should have done DTM project. It will not be available in your base camp when you log in. Only after completing 1 full path and 3 levels in the second path, you have to write to the education department of Toastmasters. Then they will grant you access like any other project. Once the access is given to you, it will be visible in your list of projects or whatever. Then you can activate, launch, and then start doing the project. Rest of the things are almost similar, except that again, you need not have a guidance committee. You are free to do with your team members. I don't know whether you need to have 3 more members or not. Exactly, I don't remember now. I did it a couple of years back. But you need to have a team, and the complexity can be vary again. I did it for about 6 months. I went about implementing goal setting process across different clubs within the district 120. In about 25 clubs, we gave education session with a team. I had a team. They all went around different clubs, talked about the goal setting process in Toastmasters, and then we covered 25 clubs. That was my DTM project 2 years back. So that part, DTM project and HPL project, I have covered. Anything that I have not covered, and any other question? Yeah. Okay. If there are no other questions, I would like to conclude saying that don't keep thinking about the ideas. Whatever ideas come, discuss with some team members or any senior member in your team. Discuss with whoever you want to. Then get into the project, because if you if you delay the project, then completion will also get delayed. Start with something. There are so many ideas available. You can definitely do it. I want many leaders, high performance leaders, to come out of District 120. Thank you. Back to you, PLH Chair.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Ashok, for this wonderful session. We all would have navigated to level 4, level 5 projects, and we don't have an idea on what to do. And at least one slide which I found very useful on the different ideas that can be done. And also, as we discussed, we have to think and do something outside that idea. is what the challenge. And I want to thank the district also to have a specific award category for this, so that it encourages most of us to give it an attempt for this HPL project. Thank you very much. And any final thoughts from anyone before closing?
Yeah, well, one point from my end. So I see quite a few of you who are part of the XCOM. Whether you're part of XCOM or not, I request one thing. Immediately go back to your club's WhatsApp group and then share about this session. Everything that we do in Toastmasters beyond giving speeches can be a project if you plan for it. And when you do it as a project, you're going to have more benefits. So if you're an XCOM, you have an additional responsibility. Ensure that at least 2 more people in your club sign up for this. Something as simple as creating a newsletter or being a chair for milestone event could encourage them to become an emerging leader. It need not be a very high performance leader project. You don't always have to do a very complicated project. Even a small event, you imagine what you were before you joined Toastmasters. Organizing an event would have been a nightmare for you. So think from that perspective. So when you go back to your club, don't just share the post of this event or the URL of recording. That's not going to help. Speak about what you learned, what was your experience, so that more people can go to YouTube. We'll be uploading this in the YouTube channel District 120 very soon. They can go and see there and still nominate. We have time till December, but we don't want everybody to nominate on December 31st. You can nominate now and start working on the project. And reach out to our HPL chair for any queries. Like I said, we have a lot of senior Toastmasters who are going to be part of this guidance committee, who can help you, and you can just have a conversation with them and understand. So this is my request. So please bring in more people to sign up for this so that we will grow as leaders in the fraternity. Yeah. Yeah. Back to you, Abdul.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gayatri, for your words. I have pasted the feedback form link in the chat. Please fill in the form. And I would like to announce our next TLE event that is going to happen on just a minute. Yeah, so it's going to be a club support session by our club growth director. It's on October 19th. I encourage new members to participate for this session, so that you know the different aspects of supporting a club as a club sponsor or club coach. So yeah, I'll stop the recording and